morning, epic thinkers and epic problem solvers. Today, we're going to be reviewing the expectations for when you listen to somebody read. Now, so far this week, we've made a poster to remind ourselves of the expectations when we read to ourselves, and Megan helped us make a poster for when we read to somebody else. Today, I would like to work together to make another beautiful, informative poster reminding us of the best way that we can listen to somebody else read. So, just like the other days, I'm going to start with a piece of paper and a writing utensil. If you do not have a piece of paper and a writing utensil, go ahead and pause this video and come right back. I'll wait. Do my waiting dance. Good? You have a piece of paper? Do you have a writing utensil? Beautiful. So as I go ahead and make my own list, I would like you to copy down exactly what, I would like you to copy down exactly what I write so that you can have a list to hang in your home that'll set you up for success for the entire rest of the year. Sound good? Ready to go? Let's go. So, let's start with the title. I'm going to go ahead and just start with the title, Listen to Somebody Read. So let's write that down. Listen to, I'm going to say someone instead of somebody. Someone read with an exclamation point. With an exclamation point because it is super exciting. Well, so I've got that done. Now I've just got a blank paper here, but you can get graph paper like I had on Monday. You can get lined paper. You can get big paper, smaller paper, whatever. It is your choice. I'm just going to do it on this blank piece of printer paper here because that's what I have on hand. So we're going to listen to someone read. And we'll start adding a little decoration. Ooh. All right. Now before I start, let's think about what are some of the things we can write down here that'll help us successfully listen to someone read. The first thing I can think of is number 1, ask. Ask nicely. If you are going to be read to by somebody in your own home, you should ask. That's step 1. Say, hello. I would like somebody to read to me for my daily 5. Could you please do that with me now? And maybe they'll say yes. Maybe they'll say, I'm a little busy right now. Maybe they'll say, sure, but how about we choose a different book? And that's something you need to work out with the person who is reading to you. Now, what if they say, oh, no, I can't. I'm so sorry right now. Do you remember what we talked about last week? What is the alternative if somebody in your household doesn't read to you? There's another way you can listen to somebody read. That's right. You can find a read aloud on your class website. So I'm going to say for step 1, you can either ask somebody in your home nicely to read to you, or you can find a video. Or find a video. How's that? Cool. So once you've done that, once you've picked the book that they're going to read to you, which again, you should ask the person if they want to read that book with you, or you can choose any of the books in our class library on the class website. Step 2. You set a timer. I want to say again, if I am going too fast for you right now, please feel free to just pause this video. If you're on YouTube, you can go into the little gear at the bottom right-hand corner and change the playback speed so that I'm talking slower in the video, and that's totally fine too. So it's up to you. But I'm just going to keep going because I do know that you have the power to pause the video or slow down the speed if you need to. Set a timer. Who remembers how long we're supposed to be listening to somebody read? Did I hear 20 minutes? That's right, 20 minutes. So set a timer for 20 minutes. As we had already gone over, if you have a visual timer, you may use that, or you can use a device such as a phone or a tablet, or you can set a timer straight on Google on a computer. Cool? Cool. Okay. Number three is just to get comfortable. You guys did such a beautiful job of making your reading spots last week that you can get comfortable there or anywhere else where you can block out distractions. Get comfortable because we're going to be there for the next 20 minutes. I'm going to period at the end, even though these are not full sentences. Okay. You guys caught up? Again, pause the video if you're not, but I'm going to move on. Number 4, I'm going to say listen closely. Listen closely. Now what this means is blocking out distractions. The person is reading to you and they look up and you're distracted by a toy or another device or anything else, then that person's not going to really know that you were listening. So I'm not going to say that you should have that you need to have your eyes on them or on the book at all times, but you need to show them that you are listening. Listen closely for 20 minutes. It's good to have that reminder on our poster just in case we ever forget how long we're supposed to be listening. Ready to move on? Number 5. I'm going to put on this list, save your questions and comments for the end. Save questions and comments for the end. The reason I wanted to put this on the list is because I know that it's often very tempting to interrupt somebody reading to ask a bunch of questions or to comment on what you're reading. Now, this is kind of something that you can talk out with the person who's reading to you. Maybe that specific person won't mind if you ask 1 or 2 quick questions. But I want to focus on the fact that these 20 minutes are for listening to somebody read. So if you have more than 1 to 2 quick questions, or if you want to say something that's going to take more than a few sentences, just save it. I'm not saying that you shouldn't share, because absolutely you should talk about what you're reading, but it might be best to remember that, hold it in your brain until the end of the 20 minutes so that you can really utilize every one of those 20 minutes for reading, for listening to somebody read. Make sense? Cool. Oh, and if you're listening to me or to Megan on a video, same thing. Save your questions and comments for the end. And if you have anything to say to us or ask us, send it on over on Dojo. We'll be happy to talk about books with you anytime. Okay, so number 6. I have 2 more, 6 and 7. Number 6 is something that we should have on all of our lists. for the daily 5. I forgot to put it on the list on Monday, but it is super important. We should do this every time we complete a daily 5 activity. And that is, check it off on your daily 5 mat. That laminated mat that I gave you on Monday, you should be checking off each daily 5 activity as you complete it so that you can keep track of which ones you have and have not done. So check it off your daily 5 mat. I have one more. I'll give you a moment to catch up. Remember, it doesn't matter after this week when Megan and I are no longer posting videos to walk you through this. It doesn't matter which order you do the daily 5. You can choose every morning which one of the daily 5 you do, as long as you haven't done it already that week. That's why it's important to check them off on your checklist. So you remember which ones you have done this week and which ones you have not done yet this week. Does that make sense? Number 7 is another one that should be on every single daily 5 list. It is something that we should do every single time we are done with our daily 5 and with the other activities we do during the at-home portion of school in the mornings. It's very important. It is log it. On the digital learning log. Putting down my pen because that is the last thing I'm going to add to this list. Under the clickable schedule on the class website, you will find the digital learning log. I know that you guys already know this because especially like most of you have been super on point when it comes to submitting your digital learning logs, but please make sure to do it every day so that I know what you have and haven't done. Cool, cool? Cool, cool. Okay. Now, this list is going to be hanging up in my home until at least June, probably. So I'm going to take some time to make it nice and pretty. Oh, one other thing I wanted to say before I make this nice and pretty. These are the things that I thought of for listening to someone read. Talk to the person in your home who might be reading to you and ask them if they think there's anything else you should put on this list. This is all I can think of for when I read to you. Maybe the person, a different person who's reading to you would like you to have other things on this list for when they read to you. And since they're giving you the wonderful opportunity to listen to for you to listen to them read, you should listen to what they would like so that we're all being polite and collaborative and we can have nice, smooth, wonderful mornings. All right, with that being said, I am grabbing my color pencils. So feel free to grab crayons, markers, whatever you have on hand, and I'm going to make my poster nice and pretty. So when you're done, it might look a little like this. It took a little bit of time to add some color. Now it's ready to hang up on my wall somewhere close to my reading spot. And now I'm ready to listen to someone read. Now I am not going to read you a book in this video like I did last week. I want you to practice either asking nicely someone in your home to read to you, or I want you to practice finding a video on your class website. So go ahead and do that really quick. Listen to somebody read, follow all your steps, and don't forget to end it with checking off your daily 5 mat and logging it into the digital learning log. Sound good? All right, Epic. As always, thank you so much for listening to me, and I hope that you enjoy your daily 5. I'll see most of you in a few hours. Bye.